Aujourd'hui, je vais parler de a certifiable mystery of life for me personally, which is figuring out what kind of video games my wife actually likes. Okay, I've gotten her to play a handful of games, and frankly, I still can't quite summarize or estimate whether the next game I want her to try she'll actually take to or not. Hey, XenPuck here. So with my near infinite amount of free time, like dudes of my age or probably a little lower, I happily spend it in the realm of video games. I know, dude gamers must seem sort of like a toxic trope in the world at this point, but I would like to point out how I think that's unfair, okay? I do love them, and I spend a lot of hours playing them, but you know what I never do? Let gaming prevent me from my other adult responsibilities. I can still provide for my household, I do chores and all that, and still have a lot of hours left to game with. So there you go, my reflexive defense of gaming as a whole. Since I like this hobby, I want my wife to be into it as well. She's a good sport, you know, she will try games that I insist on, but my success rate at getting her to actually enjoy enough of these games to finish them has been, I would say, not great. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about mainly what games that she has loved and what I think I am learning about her through her preferences. But since I'm a cynic, I will also mention a few failures in the sense that I thought she would love these games because I love them, but she more or less stopped halfway. Right? Not to say that she didn't enjoy them, but definitely she didn't stick to them enough to the end. These main failures are like classic, fantastic games that almost everybody loves, so I was a little sad. And they are Chrono Trigger, Hades, and Overcooked. Right? These are all games that I thought fit right up her alley based on the ones that she did enjoy, which we're going to talk about, but somehow I was wrong. So that's what led to this rant today. So if you enjoy some random rants from a dude with clearly no production skills whatsoever, like, subscribe, share, comment, or whatever. I'll be great regardless because I just do these for funsies. Hit that bell icon. I don't know where that is, but you should press it because apparently it tells you when I upload videos, which, by the way, I'm going to be a little lax about in the month of August because we're going on vacation and it's my birthday month. Yeah. Okay, the very first game I ever saw my wifey, like, she would actually turn on the system while I'm not around to play, and that's Earthbound, okay, for Super NES. This is an old school, quirky JRPG with turn-based combat, right? This is totally a classic, and frankly, it has great lore, great music, very memorable, fun music, by the way, and I would say an old-fashioned and particular battle system, especially compared to like modern games. So it's definitely old, okay? The fact that it's old tells me my wifey doesn't actually care about, you know, modern graphics. It's not a deal breaker for her. She says she just really loved the lore of this game, and that's fair. I think Earthbound is one of those games whose vibe has been so unique that it's rarely been duplicated again outside of its own series. Now, this is the game that also made me think, awesome, she must love JRPGs, because this is one of my favorite genres, which, again, her love of this game made her inability to get through half of Chrono Trigger even sadder for me. But, you know, one of these days, I swear to God, I'm going to get her to finish that game, okay? But, yes, at least she likes quirky JRPGs. That's what we've learned. Next game. Actually, I think this one she probably spent the most amount of time in. That's Dot Age. It's an indie base building game that's, I guess, most commonly compared to like SimCity, but you know, SimCity, you just build a city, but in this game there's antagonists in the form of multiple various types of natural disasters, okay? Now, does this game share anything in common with Earthbound? I mean, honestly, I think the graphic is kind of in that simple but cute and quirky style, and the music is also catchy and very hummable. This is a roguelike, so, you know, there's a game loop. For me, though, the big takeaway of what this game illustrates in terms of what she likes is that I don't think plot really matters, because in Dot Age, being a city sim builder, there's like barely any plot, okay? You're just playing a guy who's got a bunch of villagers. You try to build up a town that survives, you know, a number of turns, okay? So apparently plot is optional for wifey so long as that she likes the gameplay loop. She finds that satisfying, right? Oh yeah, as usual for most City style games, this is also turn-based. So I have seen her spend hours just re-reviewing her options while really mulling over her decision making in a precise manner, which is kind of like how she makes real life decisions, right? How she solves real life problems as well, so that's understandable. Now we're going to talk about her most recent obsession, okay? I got her to start playing Fallout 4. I honestly threw this game at her because we have seen the Fallout show on Amazon Prime, which is really good, so I know she already enjoyed the lore. But frankly, I thought she would give up on this game, say within like 5 hours. Alas, she loves it, and I had to ask her as to why, okay? She said she likes the fact that in the game it's mostly exploration, right? And she's willing to withstand the twitchy combat so long as there's not that much of it. So yes, the combat is the reason why I thought she wouldn't like it, because it's actually the same reason why I bought the game and never finished it. I'm just not a big fan of first-person shooter type of action games. I know my wifey really isn't either, because this is real-time, not turn-based. And frankly, we're both kind of panicky when in a fight with this type of controls, because we're not used to it. I've seen my wife's character die like dozens of times already, and yet, strangely, it's not enough to turn her off of the game, because at least 70% of Fallout, I think, it's not like fighting, but exploring and gathering materials, and you can even build a town, you know, chit-chat with people. So the town building is actually kind of like Dot Age even. I mean, who knew? I guess I didn't give the game enough of a chance when I was playing it. So in conclusion, what is my summary, right? What have I really learned? I think she's not driven by constant action. I've seen her nope herself out of another JRPG, I think Octopath Traveler, simply due to, she was like, there's too many random encounters. I walk 5 steps, I have to fight again. Even if it's turn-based, the grind is just not her thing. Okay, that's fair. You know, RPG, especially JRPG, random battle grind is not anyone's favorite, okay? She doesn't seem to care, require a linear plot, but she does like to take her time and ponder her actions, right? Even in Fallout, she preferred the town building aspect. So turn-based fighting probably is still the preference here. But really, her ability to accept Fallout has opened my eyes, because even, you know, she's pretty bad at the fighting. She was okay with it as long as other aspects of the game is there that she enjoys more. So this really opens up more of video games as a total genre for me, in my mind, okay? Because maybe I have been the one who's tried too hard to pigeonhole her preferences into what I already like, okay? So yeah, maybe I could introduce her to even more subgenres of gaming, and so that I can gather more evidence. Eventually, I'm gonna crack this case, and we can have a good laugh more consistently while I watch her game, okay? I love watching her play. It is hilarious. That is my dream life, of having fun with my wifey. Just doing our hobbies that we love, okay? How about you guys? What do you do with your partner, and have you tried to get them into a hobby that you really like? All right, anyway. Till next time, cheers. À la prochaine.